Madison, are you serious? Don't ignore me. I know that you're still awake. Pick it up. Violet, do you know what time it is? Yeah, I do. Let me guess. You want to stay at my place for 3 days, right? Lucas also told me about this, but the answer is no. Come on, I missed the last train, so I have nowhere to go. Do you want me to sleep outside? You were drinking, right? You're a grown-up, so why don't you do something about it? Aren't you worried about me? You're my sister-in-law. We're a family. Take responsibility for your own actions. Come pick me up in 40 minutes. Stay at my place for 3 days? Are you serious? You're so selfish. I have a conference early tomorrow, so I can't go, okay? Weren't you just asked to pick me up by my brother? Yes. Well, why aren't you listening to him? It's an order. No means no. You're my brother's wife, though, right? Why not listen to him? Yeah, I already heard that phrase like 1,000,000 times. You better listen to me this time also. I don't want you to use us, okay? We're not going to help you every time. We have our own life too, so don't think that the world revolves around you. All I'm saying is to listen to what my brother says. Aren't those your favors, though? Whatever. By the way, he told me that you don't listen to him, so what's up with that? Really? Looks like you never make what he wants to eat. That's because we both work, so I don't have time. I make the meal the day before and just put it in the microwave the day of. Also, he changes what he wants to eat every minute. I mean, at least he says what he wants to eat. This happened like 2 days ago, but he told me he wants to eat pasta, so I went grocery shopping to buy ingredients. But he decided to change it to steak on the way home. Are you serious? It's so frustrating, you know? Well, isn't it the wife's job to do something about it? You can handle this, Violet? Yes, because it's my husband. You don't try hard enough and you don't have love. Love. I mean, if you love your husband, won't you do anything to make him happy? Perfect example. I heard that you lowered his allowance. Are you serious? Do you think they can make him happy by doing that? You know about this. We have our own situation about this, so can you shut your mouth? I feel so bad for my brother. So, if you don't want a divorce, listen to your husband and come pick me up and let me stay at your place. How many times do I need to tell you? The answer is no. Okay then, he might divorce you because you didn't listen to him. Do you mean your favor? Anyways, I seriously need to wake up early tomorrow, so can I go to sleep now? There should be motels around here, so find a place to stay for tonight, okay? I'm gonna tell my brother about this.
Madison, are you serious about yesterday? Violet ended up staying at a motel and spent more money. You better pay her the accommodation fee.
Why would I need to do that? It's her fault because she was drinking and missed the last train.
Why don't you care about me and my family? Listen to me for God's sakes. Be thankful that I married you.
Lucas, something is wrong with you lately. You never said something like that before we got married.
Remember this morning? You weren't there to send me off to work.
Didn't I tell you that since I have a conference early in the morning, I needed to leave early? I prepared breakfast for you.
Yeah, you call the cold-ass soup and waffles breakfast. Are you serious?
There's something called a microwave. I left you a note to heat it up, didn't you see?
Excuse me. Isn't it the wife's job to serve me a hot breakfast?
You think you're the boss or something? You look like a toddler that can't do anything.
What? A toddler? Excuse me. Okay. You know what? I'll say it again. But you should be thankful that I married you and even earn money for you. You don't understand, do you?
What? Do you want me to say thank you?
Of course. If you didn't marry me, you would still be single.
Wow, are you for real?
If you don't start being a wife, I might divorce you.
Let me ask you a question. What does being a wife mean to you?
Not go to bed before me, not leave the house before me with unprepared breakfast, not manage my salary, being respectful to my family, and last, but not least, but a person who listens to me.
Oh, so what you're saying is that if I don't listen to your childish reasons, you're gonna divorce me, right?
Exactly.
Wow, what's gotten into you?
It's common sense that the husband is the boss of the house. Even my sister said that. She said that you should appreciate me and listen to what I say.
That's Violet's opinion, right?
She made me realize that I'm the boss of the house.
You're never going to change your mind about this?
Nope, it's common sense.
Did you ask anyone else about this?
I asked my boss and he said the exact same thing as Violet.
Sorry to say this, but didn't your boss get divorced last year?
Yeah, and the reason was because he didn't need a wife who doesn't listen to him. Do you want to divorce me for the same reason? I mean, it looks like you don't want to, so we can divorce whenever, you know.
Okay then, I'll think about it. I have an important conference from now on, so I gotta go.
Having something more important than me. Wow. Just wow.
Hey Madison, I heard you divorced Lucas. I told you that if you didn't listen to him, this will happen. I just didn't want a husband like him. And? Why are you still living there? You divorced him, so get the fuck out. This is my dad's house. What? My dad, Lucas's former father-in-law? Wait, what the hell are you talking about? That house is my brother's. He thinks it is, but it's not. My dad built and paid for this house. The property's under his name and lent me the house rent-free. Rent-free? Yeah, since the house in the backyard is big, we'll pay for the service charges and maintenance fee, though. Wait, so the reason why he came to my house is because he couldn't live there anymore? Yes, he has nowhere to live. This house wasn't our property to begin with, so of course he doesn't have ownership. Plus, it's not subjected to property division. Are you kidding me? Then what was the purpose of training my brother to be an ass to you? What? Everything I did was for living in that house, okay? Oh, so it's your fault that he started acting weird after we got married. My plan was to make my brother stress you out so you'll eventually move out. Then I was going to introduce my friend to Lucas and make him love her so that we'll be able to move out and live with her so I can have the house to myself. Have you ever thought that if he does find a girlfriend, he'll kick you out? My dumb brother would never kick me out because I always win. Wow, you must have a lot of confidence. Anyways, this is not your house, so forget about it, okay? Ugh, my plan of you guys divorcing worked, but not having the house. It's not fair. Give me the house. I can't do that because our divorce is finalized, so we're just strangers, so don't ever contact me again. Don't think that I gave up. What are you planning to do? Violet? A week later. What the hell is this? I can't get in from anywhere. What? You're at the house? Get in? What are you talking about? Did you forget that it's my dad's house? If you've been letting this place for free all of this time, then I should have no problem lending it, right? Of course for free. I can let you stay as my housekeeper if you want. We're total strangers, so why do I need to live with you? Also, I'd rather die than be your housekeeper. Shut up! Ugh, I was going to use my brother's duplicate key to get into the house. Also, you have all the shutters closed. Really? I changed all my keys after I moved, that's why. Moved? You? After I divorced Lucas, I was thinking that the house was too big for me to live in, so I thought that it would be better for me to lend it to another tenant who'd pay for it and take good care of the house. Who lives here then? No one. But I'm getting a good number of applicants and calls, so it's only a matter of time before someone moves in. Then I'll live here, from today. Can you pay the rent? Why can I not live for free? That's not fair. If you want to argue, then you're out of the question. I really want to move. Then move. To this house. Nope. Go to real estate and find somewhere else. My brother's been living with me for 2 weeks already, but he doesn't want to leave the house. Plus, he doesn't do anything. What the hell? Let me guess. Since he lived at home until marriage, your mom was in charge of everything, right? I knew because he never helped me with cooking and laundry. I actually taught him how to do things since he agreed to divide the house chores because we both work. But I guess that didn't help. Then how the hell did he end up like this? You made him like this. At the beginning, he wanted to help me because of you, though. He started making excuses as to why he doesn't need to help. Wow, he doesn't even earn money and doesn't even pay for me when we eat outside. The reason why we both worked is because we couldn't live off of only his salary, so he told me not to quit my job. His salary is low? Why? He's been working in a company for a long time. You didn't hear anything from him? Hear what? Oh, I guess he didn't tell you all because he has a big ego. 6 months ago, the company where he worked at faced financial difficulties, so a lot of people needed to be laid off, and there was a sign-up sheet who should leave the company. And a lot of people wrote his name. But he really didn't care to quit because the severance pay was a pretty good amount. What? By this time, thanks to you, he'd started thinking he's the boss, so he didn't discuss anything with me. He then decided to find a low-paying job, and I think his salary is a little more than $1,000 every month. Seriously? That's the same as me. I'm a temporary employee. Too bad for him, because if he didn't turn into an asshole, he wouldn't have to pay for the rent and save up money. Also, you know why I gave him an allowance? There was one time when he used all of his salary before handing me the living expenses. Can't believe that he doesn't earn money and doesn't do household chores. He's nothing. You made him that way. I didn't know that he'll end up like this. I thought that the house was his. Anyway, good luck with everything because I'll block you now. Wait! Also, are you in my dad's backyard right now? It's his property, so if you don't want me to call the police for trespassing, leave immediately. And don't think about coming back because there'll be security cameras from tomorrow on. If you decide to come back, the police will come to arrest you, okay? Trespassing? Police? I never meant to do this. I'm sorry. Okay then, well, that's all I wanted to say to you. I'll leave right now. Can you do me a favor? I'll tell you my address. You can take back my brother. Why don't you two remarry? Being single at your age sucks, right? No thanks. Bye. I blocked Violet's number and told my ex's parents everything, which they truly apologized and stopped sending her allowance every month. My ex still thinks that he's the boss, and Violet got really fed up with that and left the house. But since he can't live by himself and can't do anything, he's trashing the house. I don't know where Violet's living, but it looks like she's calling her parents to beg for money almost every day.
Hi, Wendy. It's me, Joan. It's been so long. How are you doing? Enjoying your week? The truth is, I have some great news for you.
Ugh, get lost, Joan. I don't want to talk to you.
What do you mean? Don't be like that. Where are your manners? Our kids are friends, you know. How would your sweet, adorable daughter feel if she heard you saying something like that to her best friend's mommy?
They don't even go to the same school anymore, you know. And anyway, what do you expect exactly? Suddenly getting a message from the woman who had an affair with my husband and stole him away from me? What am I supposed to say exactly?
Oh, hi, Joan. Lovely to hear from you. How are you? Give my regards to Theo.
Yeah, right. Wake up, Joan. This is reality. The world doesn't revolve around you. I meant to block you, but I forgot, so now I've accidentally read your damn message. Ugh, what a day. Forget it, Joan. I don't want to hear anything from you. Don't contact me again. Bye.
Now, wait just a minute. Don't go just yet. I have a great announcement for you. You'll be thrilled to hear it, I promise. You can't block me at a time like this. Just hear me out, okay?
Ugh, a great announcement, is it? Why do I feel like I'm not going to like it, whatever it is?
Well, first of all, let me begin by saying, today is the 6-month anniversary of my divorce.
Is that right? Wow. Congratulations, I guess.
So just earlier, Theo and I went to the town hall and officially registered ourselves as a married couple. Isn't that great?
Yeah, good for you. Is that all?
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm just getting started. I have even bigger news than that. Are you ready to hear it?
Fine. Go on if you must.
Just a few months ago, Theo and I, we found out we're expecting a baby!
Huh? Are you serious? You're pregnant?
That's right! I believe another congratulations is in order. We don't know what the gender is yet, of course. But what I can say for sure is that it's Theo's child. Jealous, are you? You don't have to bother hiding it. No matter how much you wish for it, you'll never be able to give birth to a child of Theo's ever again. I bet you wish you could switch places with me, don't you?
You're pregnant. So what?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Just what part of this whole thing is supposed to be a happy announcement?
Oh, you've got some kind of problem with us. Of course it's a happy announcement. What could be happier than starting a family with the one you love the most?
Well, I won't refute that statement, sure. But you're really something else if you actually think this is a happy announcement.
Oh, so you really are jealous. Just as I suspected you would be. Please, honey. You need to get over this. Don't be so immature. It's already been more than 3 months since you and Theo divorced. You need to move on already. Don't you think so?
Oh, don't get it twisted. I've forgotten all about it already. Believe me. Thanks to you, my work is going great. And I've been so busy that I don't even have the time to think about everything that happened with your little affair, or the divorce for that matter. So I'll be honest. You messaging me at a time like this is a real pain in the butt. I really don't have the time to be dealing with this crap.
Huh? Are you serious? Are you really saying my announcement is a pain in the butt? How could you?
You and Theo can do whatever you want. It has nothing to do with me. Please don't bother me anymore. Goodbye, Joan.
What's with you? Acting so high and mighty. All you're saying is that since you became a single mother, you've had to work like a dog, right? Stop pretending that things are going so well for you. Poor people can't afford to have free time. That's all. I mean, sure, this current predicament you're in is mostly my fault for sure. And I'm sorry about that. It was wrong of me to steal your rich, handsome, high-spec husband away from you, I guess. Is that what you want to hear? I'll check in with more good news in the future, so don't block me, okay, love? Chat soon! Hi, Wendy! Guess who? My bump is really noticeable now. I'll have to be careful not to gain too much weight after the baby is born, huh? Thankfully, I don't seem to have too much morning sickness so far. Lucky! All in all, I've been having a nice and easy pregnancy. As for Theo, he wants to do his best for his new family, so he's been working hard day in and day out for my sake. He practically never gets home from the office. Talk about devoted. It sure is nice to be loved, isn't it? Phew! It's getting hard to move around now. But I'm so happy. Everything is going great! By the way, I have a request for you. Once the baby is born, I want you to stop contacting Theo's parents. Have you got that? We just found out the baby's gender! It's going to be a boy! Isn't that nice? One day this baby will inherit Theo's entire fortune, not to mention taking over his company and president when he's old enough. That means your daughter is out of the running. She'll be disinherited too, of course. Since you were only ever able to give birth to girls, this should prove to everyone that I'm more suited to being Theo's wife. I hope you understand. Hi, Wendy! You'll be pleased to know I gave birth safely last night. Everything went really well, and the baby is healthy. He's a cute little thing. He looks just like Theo. I know he'll grow up to be very handsome. So, this is what true happiness feels like, huh? Oh, and as for my in-laws, I still haven't met them yet. I wonder why they don't approve of me, even though I'm clearly so much more suited to being Theo's wife. So weird, isn't it? They ought to know that their grandchild has been born because Theo messaged them this morning about it. I just can't seem to wrap my head around the whole thing. Weird.
It's been a while, Joan.
Oh, you finally replied! It's about time. I thought you'd been sulking because you haven't replied to any of my messages. I take it this means you finally got your life together and got over your jealousy. Or did you give up on your stubborn attitude because the future successor to the company has been born?
Well, first of all, I should congratulate you on the birth.
Thank you!
But as for that baby, haven't you realized yet whose child he really is? To be totally honest, I don't think you and Theo should raise the child together as husband and wife. I think the baby will be happiest with his real father. Don't you agree? For his own sake.
Huh? What are you going on about? You're not making any sense, Wendy. Did you go crazy out of jealousy or what? You're just mad because Theo and I are happy and you're in a miserable condition working as a broke single mother. Well, too bad for you, but this child is the fruit of Theo and my love.
Can I just ask you one thing?
Go on.
Was this child conceived after some fertility treatments by any chance?
Huh? Of course he wasn't. What are you talking about, Wendy? This child is the fruit of the love between Theo and I. He's a little miracle who came to us because we love each other so much. That's all.
I see. So he was conceived naturally, in other words. So you really did intend to give birth to Theo's child then? Now that I have your word regarding the situation, I will be contacting the appropriate people ASAP.
Wait, what on earth are you talking about? What exactly is going on here? If you're just jealous, then say it outright. Stop beating around the bush. You're not making any sense, you know. I'll forgive you if you just admit that you're frustrated you had your beloved husband stolen away from you, okay? What the hell is going on, Wendy? Hey! You're the one who contacted my husband, aren't you? Don't lie to me! Now I'm being told by Theo that the baby has to have a DNA test to prove he's the real father. Why? What on earth did you say to him? I know for a fact that this baby is Theo's. What are you playing at, you stupid witch?
So you really didn't know the truth, huh?
What? The truth about what? Explain yourself.
Theo is infertile, actually.
He's what now? No, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
He's infertile to the extent that a natural conception is completely impossible for him.
You're crazy! You don't know what you're talking about. Just admit that you're jealous already.
Because of that, my daughter was actually adopted at the age of 4.
She was? Huh?
Theo didn't want to do any fertility treatments, so we talked about what the best option was for us, and we decided to adopt. It's true.
You're lying. You're a liar, and I don't have to take this. I'll block you, you know.
Forgive me, but I heard that you and your husband were trying to conceive a child until just 2 days before you divorced him, and then you suddenly broke up because of the relationship you were having with my husband. Therefore, I think you'll find there's a high probability of the father of the son you just gave birth to is not Theo, but your ex-husband. Sorry.
No way! No way in hell is this really happening. It can't be true. I haven't heard a single word about Theo being infertile.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Theo said a lot of stupid things during the divorce.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, for example, he said that unlike me, you were a woman who actually has experience giving birth to a child, so given that foundation, he might have a chance of conceiving if it's with you. It doesn't make any sense, I know. He then told me, I want a biological child, so please divorce me.
Huh? Did he really say that? No way. This is nuts.
I agree. He seems to be putting the responsibility for conceiving a child on his partners, rather than himself. That's why I thought whether it's with Joan or not, you have to be crazy thinking this is going to work. My ex-mother-in-law and father-in-law also know about the extent of their son's infertility. That's why they don't want to contact you. They can put 2 and 2 together and they know the child isn't really his. However, right now Theo is in the middle of paying them back the alimony in installments that they paid in advance, so they haven't cut ties with you guys completely.
You're not serious about all this, are you? This is just crazy. Come on, tell me you're making this up. It can't be true. It just can't be. This is all your fault, Wendy. I lost the custody of my son because of your meddling. I don't get this. What's going on here? It's supposed to be so much easier for the mother of the child to get full custody, isn't it? So why am I the exception? It doesn't make any sense. What on earth is happening? How did things come to this?
I see. So I take it the custody of your son went to your ex-husband? Is that it?
Yeah, exactly. But why? It's so unfair. Something weird is going on here. This is the worst. I can't believe it. My son really wasn't the fruit of Theo and my love after all. But I was so sure of it. How could I have been wrong? If I knew that something like this was going to happen, I wouldn't have given up custody of my daughter.
Oh, well, you only have yourself to blame for that. After all, you're the one who said,
I'm going to give birth to Theo's child, so I don't need her around anymore. She'll just get in the way.
what kind of mother are you?
Huh? How did you know I said that?
Theo told me during the divorce proceedings. He didn't seem to think much of it.
Ugh, just great. Now all that's left for me is the future position of company president's wife, huh? Well, fine then. I'll just have to be happy enough with that. When Theo takes over the company, we'll be able to live a lavish lifestyle. And that's what's important.
Uh-oh. Wait. Don't tell me you don't know the truth about that either.
Huh? What now? You're messing with me this time, aren't you? What could it possibly be now?
Well, the thing is, Theo isn't going to be succeeding his dad's company. I am.
Huh? Wait, what? How can that be right? You're the next company president?
Yes, that's how it is. It was decided quite recently, as a matter of fact.
But why? That doesn't make any sense. The next company president is Theo.
Well, that was the original plan, but it's all been scrapped now. It was decided in the end that I should take over the company, not Theo.
But why? Why is the next president you and not Theo? Theo is the president's son. What on earth happened?
Let's see. I guess you could say that his true nature as an idiot who lets his lower half make all the decisions became exposed when he had the affair and divorce. That's the main reason. Oh, and because it turned out that he has debts.
Debts? What debts?
As you might expect, they couldn't just fire Theo out of the blue, so he was dropped from his path where he was on the fast track to a promotion and given kind of a do-nothing job for the time being. He was demoted down from a section manager to a regular low-level employee, and he also received a huge pay cut.
What? I had no idea that kind of thing was happening at the company. Are you kidding me? Theo didn't breathe a word of this to me. And what are these debts you're talking about? Explain right now.
It seems like he racked up quite a serious debt, spending money on you when he was having an affair. Fancy dinners, designer clothes, 5-star hotels, and even a car. Between the money he's borrowed from acquaintances, relatives, and consumer finance, he's gotten himself into over $300,000 worth of debt.
What? $300,000? But that's an insane amount of money. How did I not hear a word about this until today? You mean Theo really kept all of this a secret the whole time?
For these reasons, I guess the custody went to your ex-husband, who probably has a better living environment to raise a child in.
So that's why. No way. This can't be happening to me. So then it was all for nothing. Then why did I even bother?
You're questioning why you bothered stealing Theo from me in the first place? Is that it? Then you never really loved him.
Oh God, what am I going to do now? I am in debt, you know. I have to pay money to both you and my ex-husband because of the affair and divorce, you idiot. How am I going to pay it now? I was planning to repay it using Theo's money, and now you're telling me he's in debt too? Seriously, what the hell? And on top of that, you're saying he's not even going to be company president one day? But I was going to live a life of luxury with him. I was going to be part of the upper echelons of society. It was all part of my plan. What am I supposed to do now? I even lost custody of my son. And I've gone into debt. And for what exactly? This is not how this was supposed to go.
For Joan, giving birth to a son was supposed to both establish and strengthen her position within the family she married into. Not to mention, allow her to live a life of luxury and wealth with a husband who owned a successful company and a son who would one day take over that company. She should have been well looked after for the rest of her life, with more money than she could ever hope to spend. As for my ex-husband Theo, he was planning to make a triumphant return to his hometown and present his parents with a miraculous biological grandchild which they could never even have dreamed of in the past. For both of them, this plan went very, very wrong indeed. Now the two of them are fighting and arguing every day. However, neither of them are in a position where they can go home to live with their parents. Drowning in debt, neither of them can afford to rent a new apartment and move out either. And since neither of them had the courage to go ahead with the divorce, they're still together. Last thing I heard. As you can imagine, Joan had to go out and get a job so she could start paying her debts back. She ended up getting a part-time job at a gas station, but started having an affair with the owner there, and was charged and sued once again by Theo when he found out. Hearing her story, I just can't help but laugh and shake my head in disbelief. Some people never learn, it seems.